Hello again, welcome to my channel, Ana Lana. This time I'm going to show you how to do a collar using straight needles. This is an easy trick, so you just need to do a knot, slip knot, and we are going to pull the yarn on the joint of the back and the front by the shoulder. So just take the needle. I'm using size 7, which is 2 numbers smaller than the one that I use for the sweater. And now remember, we are going to be putting the sweater in front of us. The right side is going to be facing us. So we start pulling the yarn through each point at the base, one by one. And sometimes we are going to find some imperfections, but we can fix them on the way. So, for example, let me just show you. Right here, we see that there is one point that is too wide. It's wider than the rest. So we are going to be just pulling the thread, the yarn, from the point below. That way we are going to just kind of pull up the stitch. And then we are going to continue like that. So continue using pulling the stitches until the next joint, until the next shoulder. So I just finished that first row, which is the base, and well, I'm going to turn the job, to turn the work, and I'm going to start the first row doing an elastic band. So what I'm going to do is one knit, one purl, one knit, one purl, all the way. And I'm going to be repeating the same thing through all the rows, just following the direction of the stitch. We are going to continue doing the same type of row until we end up with about 2.5 inches, which is 6.5 centimeters. So again, it's going to be knit, purl on top of each one. So now here I'm basically done. I just finished 6.5 centimeters, which is 2.5 inches, and you see it's very smooth and a nice transition. And I'm going to be closing the last row. So most of you must be already familiar with the closing procedure, but this is going to be just a reminder. You have to follow the direction of each point. If you purl, just purl and then pass the loop, and now knit and pass the loop, and continue purl and pass the loop, and so on until you are done with everything. Okay, now I am at the end of closing the last row. I'm going to pull it and leave a long thread. That way I'm going to be able to sew the front and the back together. That's on the side. So let me just cut it. And we are done with the front part. And now we are going to continue doing the back part. You see, it looks very nice and neat. So we just turn the work and we are going to start doing the back, which is easier than the front. We just do a slip knot and we are going to start pulling the thread through each of the points at the base. So it's going to be a repetition of what we just did at the front. We are going to be doing the first row, which is the base, and then the next rows are going to be doing the elastic, one knit, one purl, one knit, one purl until we get to the same height, 6.5 centimeters, 2.5 inches. Okay, so I'm now done with the front and the back, and now I'm going to join them together. I always start at the top, and just to offer a continuity, I'm going to pull the thread. I'm going to put the needle in the first ring, and then I'm going to return it to the first ring of the other side. So it's going to see, you see, it looks like a continuity of the same stitch. Now, I have two methods of how to close, how to join two sides. One is just to get the little belly in between of the first line, right? So I have the sides together, and then I'll find the belly on each side. Sometimes this method doesn't work too well depending on what we are doing, but I just want to show you in case you are familiar with this and in case you like it. So this is one way, finding the belly on the first stitch of each side, and then you just join them like that. So now I'm going to do another collar with another way of joining the sides. So the first stitch is the same, right? We just want the join to be the same. But then, in order to join them, I'm going to put together the front and the back, and then just join the inner rings. So I'm going to be, because I'm putting it together, so basically it's the two rings that face each other. Okay, so look at this, the inside and inside. And this is going to end up looking very smooth, and it's very easy to do. So you just put them together, and that way you don't have a way to go wrong. So whatever method you prefer, just go ahead. Sometimes we have to try several times. Okay, so at this point, I'm basically done with my collars, and it's a very nice result. So if you like what you are seeing, please give me a like and subscribe. Just remember, go to my channel, Ana Lana. Thank you.